Hi, first grade. Yesterday, we learned how to compose numbers. And we learned that composing numbers meant we are putting together parts to make a total amount. Well, today, we're going to do the opposite of composing numbers. We're going to decompose numbers today. And we're going to decompose numbers up to 120. What is decompose? Well, I know that composing numbers was putting pieces together to make an amount, and if decompose is the opposite, then this time I'm going to be breaking up a number into smaller parts. For example, a construction worker uses a saw to break or cut a piece of wood into pieces. Let's look at the first example. We're going to decompose or break up the number 35 into pieces. I'm looking right now and I see a visual. I could break up the number 35 using my base 10 blocks. Watch this. I have a group of 10, a second group of 10, a third group of 10, and then my 5 ones. I can decompose the number 35 with my base 10 blocks. I have 3 10s and 1 5. I can also decompose the number 35 in groups of 5. I can skip count by 5s until I get to 35. Watch this. Ready? One group of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I decompose the number 35 into groups of 5. Can you think of another way we can decompose the number 35? There are so many different ways you can do this. Let's look at another number and let's try to decompose it. The number 50. How can we decompose the number 50 into groups? Looking at my visual, I'm seeing that I have a bunch of different tens blocks. So I know I could decompose the number 50 into groups of tens. Watch this. One group of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I decompose the number 50 into 5 groups of 10. Now, what I want you to do is to get a piece of paper and something to write with. I want you to think of another way that you can decompose the number 50. We've already decomposed it in groups of 10, so you think of a different way that you can decompose the number 50. You can draw it like I did. Push play when you're done so we can go over it. Okay, you should have paused the video and thought of another way that we can decompose the number 50. I gave you one example. We decomposed or broke up the number 50 into groups of 10. We have one group of 10, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 10. What did you do to decompose the number 50? Wow, great job. I came up with another way as well. You might have the same way that I did, or you might have a different way. But here's another way you can do it. You can do it by 25. I know that out of 50, there are 10, 20, and 5 that I can put in a group. And then there are another 10, 20, 5 in another group. I can decompose the number 50 by 2 groups of 25. Today, your job is going to be to think of at least 2 ways that you can decompose the number 100. You're going to get a piece of paper and show me at least 2 ways that you can break up the number 100 into groups. Then you're going to post a picture of your 2 or more ways into the media album. There are so many different ways that you can decompose the number 100. I can't wait to see how you decompose this number. I'm also curious to see if some of you decompose the number 100 in the same way. Or maybe you do it in a different way than anyone thinks of it. Have fun!